Hey, how's it going? Just outside my house here in Sylvan Lake, Alberta, and ready to take off to Edmonton, back to Edmonton. You know, from the last video I was there with the Shumka dancers. Now I'm going back for Think Indigenous conference. I'll be dancing and also speaking there. And I have a funny story. When at the beginning of the year, I usually write in my journal my intentions for the year. My intentions for 2019 were that I wanted to do more gigs and not so much competition dancing, and I wanted to speak more because I really enjoyed doing that in 2018. I enjoyed working with youth and speaking with the youth and going to these conferences or going to youth workshops and things like that. Kind of my way of giving some knowledge back and things that really helped me in my life to share all that stuff, that was the good stuff, right? So it's really cool to now I'm able to, since I wrote that down in my journal, I spoke all over. I spoke in different reserves, different schools throughout Alberta, youth conferences, and now I'm speaking at Think Indigenous. So it's funny how when I set that intention, wrote it in my journal, that it started happening really quick. So things like that.
Think Indigenous, we started Think Indigenous 5 years ago. This is the 5th annual one, but as an educator, as a teacher, I had been to like many conferences, and I go in there and it was starting to become redundant. I was the guy that would sit in the back, and after I heard this already, you know, this is the same thing. I know how to make a hand drum already and hang it from my mirror, you know, a little tiny drum. I already know how to do that. Like, I don't need to be sitting and wasting time in these spaces to do that. So for me, there's a couple things that we can do. We can sit back and just complain about things, which doesn't help anybody, or we can actually just like put our feet to the ground and actually do something. So Think Indigenous is me putting my feet to the ground and doing something different, and we wanted to inspire teachers to come forward and to leave here with a vision of who we are as Indigenous people and take that back to their communities and inspire that in our schools. So that's what this has turned into be. We wanted to create something different, partnerships, everything lining up, people working together, people doing amazing things. I mean, it was such a it's been such a journey and working and trying to figure it out. We're like super pumped about what happens here and the conversations from the people. It's amazing. So this education conference, I mean, it's labeled an education conference, but really it goes to so many different areas. It talks about so many different things. It's relevant to Indigenous people in general. I mean, it really has turned into something special, and and we're thankful for everything that's happened and all the presenters that come forward and volunteer their time. The ITEP team that's year in, year out supporting it. So that's basically what this conference is. It's 3 days, our 2.5 days, 1 day of workshops, 1 day of opening ceremonies, 70 presentations, 20 keynotes, and then a whole day of red talks and inspiring people.
Sweet. Speak at the Think Indigenous conference, but first we're heading to the mountains. Look at how beautiful this is. We should go climb this one. Look at this. An ancient formation.
Looks like somebody had a ceremony here.
Someone had a different ceremony here. Mountain's not that high. It's about hand width height. Just kidding.
And if you look on the ground here, people, we got some coffee grains. Nope, that's a piece of shit.
here at Crescent Waterfalls in Alberta, Canada. Today is the day that I speak, and I'm a little not sure if I'm nervous. It's just new because I have this new audience. So usually I'm talking to kids, and now I'm talking to a bunch of adults. I'm just wondering if my message will resonate with everyone, and also have different ideas and different goals today about creating a documentary, and hopefully I don't miss out on any important parts of my speech. But we're here at the River Cree Casino in Enoch, Alberta, the resort, beautiful resort, at the Think Indigenous concert, Think Indigenous conference.
Fancy dancer, an amazing father, a motivational speaker, doing work with youth to share dance, to share his culture and his pride. I know this man to be someone who's passionate about what he does in life. To call up here to the stage to share some truth with each and every one of us, to share some amazing insight and some powerful messages. So please help me in welcoming Mr. Patrick Mixon.
Well, it's been a couple weeks since I spoke at Think Indigenous, and things went really well. I had a really good response. I met a lot of great people from all parts of Canada and the United States, and being in a big conference like that, and networking with a lot of people, it just brought in a lot of opportunity for me in the future. So yeah, I'm just sitting outside here. It's kind of a rainy day in Red Deer, Alberta. Marissa has a dentist appointment, so I decided just to stay in the vehicle and watch a video. And I'm so res. I made this little contraption here to hold the DVD player. So I have an overhead DVD player for my kids in my camper van, and we're gonna travel with this down to gatherings. There's a bed in the back, and just kind of lounge around, be really cool. It's a 12-passenger van, and there's only 5 of us, so a lot of room for travel. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be comfortable, and yeah, so that's what's happening and you'll probably catch a video about all of it in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, share this video, it really helps us out, and yeah, put a comment below and I'll reach out to you. See you later. Peace.